We know how you felt about the Buffalo Sabres growing up. What does a night like this with Ryan Miller mean to you as a Sabre fan since you've been a kid?
Well, I got to meet Dominic Hasek when I first got into town. I know Marty Biron standing on the other side of the room right now, but Ryan Miller was the goalie that I got to grow up watching play. And although I wasn't a goalie growing up, I definitely idolized him and loved watching him play. And you know what? He's an unbelievable goaltender. And once I got into town, I started hearing about how much he meant to the community and what he did and his time with Roswell Park and just how good of a person he was. And that made it even more special that I got to watch him growing up. And to see him honored tonight, I mean, definitely deserves it.
Is he kind of the example you guys look at? Because you guys, as a team, talk a lot about wanting to be around the fans, wanting to make them proud of you, wanting to do things in the community. And that's the kind of things, as you said, he did.
Yeah, no, it's something that we all assimilate to be someday. He's a guy that did it both on and off the ice, and you know, it was during some really good days of the Sabres that he was the starting goaltender here, and you know what, it goes to show that like you never know what'll happen, and he came in and worked really hard every day, and now he's getting his jersey hung up in the rafters, and I mean that's something that everyone in this locker room hopes to have happen to them someday, and he's lucky enough to have it happen to him, and we're just glad that we were able to support him tonight.
As a team, how much are you thinking back to those RJ nights when you walk in this morning and thinking about what the crowd might be like tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. I heard it's beyond sold out, and I'm excited. And then you also hear about some of the alumni that are coming back into town to support Ryan tonight. And I mean, that's great to hear, and it's great to have those guys back in the building. It's definitely a lot of guys that I got to watch growing up, and my old next door neighbor I think will be in town, Tim Conley, so it'll be good to see him again. And no, it's going to be great. It's going to give us a lot of energy, and hopefully we get a dub for the crowd tonight.
What's it like for you to be in this spot as a top player in the NHL, but having guys that you grew up being a huge fan of, and can you be a fan around them, or are you just kind of like, I'm one of those guys too now?
Yeah, no, I fanboyed a little bit when I met Ryan Miller actually in Vancouver earlier this year. And I just talked to him for a bit. Really down-to-earth guy, really nice guy. Obviously, I know Tim Conley a little bit, and I've gotten to meet a couple of the other guys. I mean, Vanek, and I met Briere and stuff in the past. And so a little bit of your childhood comes out in you, and you get a little excited. But no, we've all been in this position. We're all hockey players. It's those guys are all down to earth guys, and it's just good to have them back in the building. And like I said, hopefully we get the win for them tonight.
Ryan talks a lot about the one thing is they never were able to bring the Stanley Cup to Buffalo, and that eats at him. He really wanted to, for himself and the fans. When you look back, do you think they would have won the Cup if they didn't have all those injuries that year when they were in the Eastern Conference Finals against Kevin Adams' Carolina team?
Yeah, that's really funny. That's probably a little sore spot. Probably don't want to bring that up too much, but yeah, no, I mean they had a heck of a team, and one of those years they won the President's Trophy. I mean they had an unbelievable team, highly talented, but highly competitive. Really a bunch of hardworking guys. That team was blue collar, just like the city of Buffalo, and that's something that they really took pride in, and that's something that we're trying to do here, is take pride in our team and our city, and try to do the best we can, and hopefully someday bring that ultimate prize home.
I don't think I've ever asked you this. I know they had Olympic success, but he didn't get the gold medal. He played well enough, but just didn't get it. Is that something you would like to do sometime, is maybe play in the Olympics for Team USA?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to represent my country in the U18 Worlds, U20 World Championships, stuff like that. But I mean, the Olympics would be a whole other animal, and if I ever get the call, I definitely say yes to that opportunity.
Thanks.